continue. This is part 4 now. The microphone's lead came out again. I do apologise for this. I apologise also for the red nose. But it's great fun because I don't really care looking like a nutter. Because I've got music like this to soothe my soul and to ask questions. What questions are asked on Return to Us? Well, is he mocking God initially? That's what concerns me sometimes with Stephen. Is he mocking God when he says return to us? Well, he's just using it as a reference. I don't think there's no malice. I mean, we've all got malice in us, haven't we? We're sinners. So what hope is there for someone who mocks God? Well, very little. No hope at all. What makes me hopeful that Stephen doesn't mock God? I'm going to try and be a detective now because I've asked that question here and all the albums are gone on the floor. So, what have we got? Oh, boys, Bach have disappeared. Hello. Okay, I look even more of a nutter now, don't I? But I can't read them. Hold on now. Let's sort this out. Oh, boys, Bach, the album's gone and the record's smashed and everything's gone. I bought an Eddie Reader CD for 15p today. I noticed that Boo Hewardine had written all the songs. He of the Bible. The band, not the book. Graceland and all that. And would I give you money? I wonder if Steve Snee has bought the Bible and related artists. Probably. He probably wrote half the songs, didn't you, Stephen Snee? Oh, the simple things. I mean, that's all I have to do, right, is look at an album, the cover, title, Rolling Down the River. What an absolute incredible song that is. It's just so vulnerable. And what does he say? He says, breathe in, breathe out. Now that answers my question. He sees life. Okay, he doesn't believe that there's an afterlife. He doesn't believe in heaven and hell. Now, when we get to the CDs, right, in about 4 hours' time, the album where he's saying keep going, and that there's some songs in that where he knows what's going on, and on this album he knows what's going on in the international turmoil, which to me confirms the Bible's validity, but for others only gives them reason to mock it even more and saying that it's wrong. So let's have a look. Which songs quote sources from that? Is it Return to Us? Is it the title track? Yeah, this time will make a difference. Return to Us, because we don't have much time. Return to Us, admit the seas are rising. You know, that's where people have been duped, isn't it? That confirms deceit. It's not our country anymore. Get ready for a civil war. I mean, how brutal can you be? So this is why I'm addressing this now. Sincerely. I mean, all this on a pop album, on a pop song, where once were rights, they changed the law. The fights we won are won no more. Silence will fall, there is no doubt. It's treason if you think to shout. Welcome to the blackout. I mean, it's Stornoway again, isn't it? You know, the blackout from their first album, Beachcombers, whatever. Stephen Snee, have you heard Stornoway? Of course you have. Tales from Terra Firma. What an album. Likewise this one, but again I state this band, as they continue to record and produce albums, I'm not panicking anymore. I can just relax and appreciate one track at a time. Here's the CD version of Music in Colours. Marvellous. I love the sleeve notes on that as well. I'm not sure what that one is. That's the original version of I Love My Friends. There we are, we'll put it like that. I Love My Friends, that is. Oh, Boschbach, I'm being blinded. Oh, and you are now. What's going on? Absolute chaos. I haven't listened to the Devils too much, but from what I heard, I love the idea, and I'll play it very soon. No sad songs. Wow. On CD that came with the album, thankfully, so no technology to frustrate me when I type key codes into the computer, and the computer doesn't understand what it's doing, and so the download doesn't work when you've got a disc, even though now there's no computer to receive the disc. At least I can play it on the old CD player. Keep going. Now I've got these covers. I have to find these covers somewhere, because again, when the industrial or post-industrial or the digital revolution took me, I foolishly got rid of my CD covers, some of them, thinking that everything would be on a computer. Well, I've wised up, haven't I? Like we all have now. Well, when I say all, I say some of us have sorted out our priorities. Yeah, I'm glad I've got these on. I can play them in the car as well. Great stuff. Although they're not particular car-driven music, car driving music. I'm glad I've got this. We'll see how many. Holy Man Jam, Darling Who Can't Wait to Taste You, Ghetto Child, Galaxy, An Ear for Silent Voices, She Is All Colour, namely The World something, She's on C'est la vie, c'est la guerre. That will be on the album reissue probably. And then the marvellous Duffy singles, The Girl of the Year, London Girls, You, Me and God, The Waitress Story. What's inside here? Oh, a Hold Me Up Velvet Crush single, just to go along with the sound. Now, 100 years from now, not on the album, and Don't You Slip Away From Me, not on the album. If you haven't bought Teenage Symphonies to God, it's not up here in the steady, but it's downstairs on the shelf, and it has a fantastic Stephen Duffy song called Better Days, and that came out the time of my divorce, and I couldn't believe that it was written by Stephen Duffy. Also, there was so much synchronicity going on, as the rain outside is absolutely bucketing down at 45 degrees angles. That's how strong the wind is here. 45-degree angle rain, black sheets of rain, sang Bob Gould. Bob Gould? Bob Mould. Needle mythology. Now, I when that came out, I couldn't believe that they thought that was a single, because to me it was a deep album cut, but it is great. 23 captured my heart for about 17 years. Sugar High, The World Records Her Every Thought, is of course the classic that's on Astronauts Plus as She Is All Colour. I wonder what title appears on the demos of Astronauts Disc 2. I shall never know, maybe, but I've still got the music, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm no completist. Stephen Snee. Sugar High, Tempest Fugit, A Vision of Bliss, The Sugar on the Pill. Now they're the weakest of the B-sides. Still very good though. This is Velvet 6. A couple of classic songs on that. If I find the cover, I'll show you the cover and reference them. There's the compendium. I'm getting tired now. You Are, CD single, not on the album now, but when it came out it was on the album, and I got the singles as well, including Holding Hands with Grace and Come Down, which are on the album. I think Come Down's on the album. I haven't got the album because I've got all the songs on the CD, and I will get it, but there's no rush, if you know what I mean. What's this one? Welcome. Where it's Lilac Time. We were A Day in the Night. I've got a CD single which I'll show you, which has a live version of that, and it's great. The title track, Day in the Night. Duffy 17, She Was So Beautiful. Mao Badge, In the Evening of a Day, and Barbarella's Me, Me, Me. A Dream We All Share. And there's a fantastic B-side on this as well. What's it called? Well, you've got Ratum and you've got Hard for Her, which is another acoustic superb song. I love it. I love that simple, organic is the word, and live. American Ice, The World in Her Arms, and two instrumentals, Crossing the Line and Shepherd's Plaid. There's the album. Duffy, which helped me, but in the end became a bit too much for me as well. This Morning. I haven't really taken to Bare Naked Ladies with Stephen Duffy. I mean, the first version I heard of Jane, I actually felt ill. It sounded so kind of contrived, Duffy by numbers type of thing. But I've since heard Duffy's version, which is decent. Now, on this B-side of This Morning, we have Dance Out of the Shadows and A Day in the Night live. And that is great. That's really fantastic. From the Royal Albert Hall. And lastly, we have Natalie, It Started. We're going back to the word girl again. Josephine and Geraldine, Rachel, Natalie, Julie Christie. A Man Without a Star is great. An Angel Gets His Wings. C'est la vie, c'est la guerre. And Stephen understands that, doesn't he? Of course he does. I think majority of mankind understands that. Hence my need to put my trust in a Most High God. And on that note, I thank you for listening to my appraisals and gwerthfawrogiad, the appreciation of the music of Stephen Duffy. Heddwch. Tangnefedd I chwi. Peace to you. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much. Iechyd da.